Chapter 2. Patriarchy, Planet of the Rapes. Colloquially, patriarchy is essentially synonymous with sexism or misogyny, but while patriarchy is a form of misogyny, it is also something more specific. It's not just hating women, it's farming them. In order to appreciate what this means, we have to take a quick look at the entirety of human existence. So, for a lightning-fast recap, humans evolved alongside orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, and bonobos. All of these shared a common ancestor about 13 million years ago. The Stone Age, or Paleolithic era, began around 300,000 years ago, when some hominids first began using stone tools. Around 200,000 years ago, early Homo sapiens arrived, ushering in the Middle Paleolithic era. This era ended around 10,000 years ago with the introduction of plough-based agriculture. This began the Neolithic era. Although there were several species of humans during the Paleolithic era, by the Neolithic era, only Homo sapiens remained. Writing, and therefore history, doesn't go back more than 5,000 or 6,000 years, and the rabbinic writings indicate that the oral Torah was given to Moses at Mount Sinai, which, according to the tradition of Orthodox Judaism, occurred in 1312 BC. So, now we have at least a basic framework of where our current clusterfuck of a society actually came from. It can seem bizarre to contemplate that there was ever a time when humans didn't know how to make a wheel or a fire, but what's really crazy is that there was a time when no one knew where babies came from either. They were obviously aware that babies came out of a woman, but when humanity was first evolving out of apehood, we could not have known that intercourse was the cause of pregnancy. Both phenomena would have simply been commonplace. Sometimes early humans were able to understand that intercourse and pregnancy were related, but the specifics of how were often resolved unscientifically. For example, there are cultures which believe it takes many men to make a baby, so the idea is for a woman to choose men with different desirable attributes in an attempt at something like a low-tech version of the plot from the movie Twins, which is a great concept, but unfortunately not how it actually works. The significance of plough-based agriculture and animal husbandry is that it is the beginning of a society that is economically based on understanding, among other things, the mechanics of sexual intercourse. This understanding also makes it possible to trace human descent through the line of the father. This knowledge upended a social arrangement which humans had operated under long before we even first started hitting things with rocks. However, it was no good for a burgeoning patriarch to know that an adult male and female human can make a baby, if all the humans were still stuck together in a ball of unprotected orgiastic monkey sex. Therefore, in order to function, patriarchy requires social institutions such as marriage so that a specific man can guarantee his lineage. Unlike clan-based matrilineal societies, patriarchy requires the enforcement of the nuclear family in order to work. The word family came into English in the 15th century. Its root lies in the Latin word familis, or servant. The first meaning in English was close to our modern word household, a group of individuals living under one roof that included blood relations and servants. Essentially, family means the total number of slaves owned by a man. The nuclear family is the birthplace of the gender binary. As we will come to see, the problem with the gender spectrum is not that it is too different from the binary, but that it is far too similar.